Aloha, it's Kimmer. Back with the basketball diaries. No, the basketball advising. Is that a good way? The basketball mentor. The fan of the seventh generation. Res ballers coming up. That would be me. All right. So in today's I hope that you had been practicing the, as you can see, I'm in my house. I kind of wanted to switch it up to go from the gym to sort of like psychology, sports psychology, and how do I say, like plays, how to run the zones and the man-to-man, the defenses, and a few plays. That sort of thing, and sort of like sports psychology. It has a lot to do with sort of the mind. So if you're calm and collected and you're like thinking reasonably, right, you're gonna be able and stay calm under pressure. You're gonna be able to think through, not just yourself, but as a team, help your team come up with the ways to solve problems on the court, or sort of be like that leader on the court. I don't know how to explain it, if that makes any sense. So here's just some sort of psychology. What I'm saying is, like, yeah, it's good to be in shape. It's good to be athletic. It's good to have talent. It's good to have all that ability, right? Physical ability, and go to the gym, work out, have muscles, be strong, be able to jump, be able to play defense and have good lateral movement, right? All this stuff, you can work on to improve physically. I'd have a strong body, but it's also important to have a strong mind as well. That I didn't really realize that till sort of later, like, yeah. One of the things that sort of got to me was like, I'm just gonna turn this. Sorry, my television is on, and I got the remote right here. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay. One of the things that still bothers me to this day, that when I was like in college, or when I was playing in intense games, right, sort of just to relax. Like, I just remember playing, sometimes I'd get so pumped up, sort of the adrenaline's going, right, and I'd been training for the game, and I'm like psyching myself out, and I'm just like, there's, I guess, trying to control the outcomes. Yeah, like, today, I set goals like, today I'm going to score at least, 20 points, or I want to score 29 points. I want to get like 10 rebounds, and I want to do a triple double today. I want to, get at least 10 steals, get 10 rebounds, get 10 block shots, and I want to score 29 points or 30 points and get all these numbers, right? And it's like, I don't really have control over that. So, but what I do have control over, it's like psychological, right? Like, yeah, that's great. Those are great goals to have. But like, just kind of rookie stuff that I used to think that maybe might help you as well, that I kind of see now as like, I should have been just focusing on other things, like just reading my teammates, reading the defense, letting the game come to me, like getting on the court and just letting the game come to me. Because sometimes I would be so focused on the outcome, like points or whatever, and my shot, yeah, it would just be off. Like, I'd put too much, I'd be so pumped up. And that's the other thing, is like, just, you get so pumped up, and it's like, shooting, if you're gonna be a good shooter, it's really finesse. Like, it's really this touch. Yeah. It's not aggressive. It's not like blocking out is like muscle, and like football, right? Like, the defensive linemen, they're all pumped up. They probably take like energy drinks or something, I don't know, creatine or whatever they take, like to get them all juiced up and adrenaline for their football game, right? Because they're going to need all that strength and power to defend their quarterback or be on the offensive line or even the defensive line. And it's a rough sport. It's collision sport. It takes all of that energy, right? But basketball is different. Basketball for us is a little different. You have to have actually a lot of grace. You have to have a lot of finesse, especially if you're going to shoot. Like it's a feel, right? It's not really a strength. It doesn't come from force or how much sort of brute force you have. It's very sort of delicate, right? And you want to shoot the same way every time, and you can sort of feel it when you're in the zone, right? They say that you're in the zone. You're in the zone. But the thing is like playing with a team, not just pickup, right? With anybody that plays basketball, right? So like when you're playing organized basketball, like you and I played, like we run plays, and there are set plays. Your team knows what offense you're gonna play. Like I think I seen your guys' I forget how it is, or was it the other team when I saw you guys play at Farrington High School? One of the teams, I forget if it was your team or their team, but there's like this sort of pick. Whoever it was ran an offense where the guards like would go to the point guard would bring it up and then pass it to the wing and then run down like through the key and to the other side of the opposite wing, and then the other guards came, just movement on the offense. So it's like we know where the ball is going, we know where we're supposed to go, we know where our teammates are going. All right. And an offense, we're supposed to get an open shot at some point. That's what we're doing, right? We're moving around the ball. And even that can get sort of predictable to a defense, right? They can start reading your offense and be like, okay, this is what they're running. And that's what recruiting, that's what scouting are supposed to do, right? Scouts go and they observe teams, and then they go report it back to the coach. This is like college level, right? So there's scouts from opposing teams that come watch your games or would watch our games, and our assistant coaches would go out and they would scout the other team, and they'd just watch their offense and be like, okay, they're running this type of offense. This is, so that we had the intel to be able to plan ahead and be able to defend against it and to be able to out strategize it, throw them off. Okay, so like if they're running like if let's say that they're a shorter team and they have a lot of 3-point shooters, which we came across that a lot. Or they have maybe one post player that's really good and she's really tall and she's really athletic and hard to guard. We'll run a certain defense on her, right? Or we'll read the offense that her team plays and see what kind of like how it kind of revolves around her so that we can defend it, right? That's what scouts do. Like usually it's the assistant coaches that do that. Or you can even be one. Like you could go to the opposing team's games and go watch and just sort of kind of note in your head mentally, okay, this is what they're running. This is what they like to do. They have a certain play that they call out. You can read their hand signals or the point guard or the coach and see what plays they run for each player, right? Or anyway, so my point is that organized basketball is totally different than just playing pickup in 24-hour fitness or on the streets, right? Because those guys, just some of them, I'm not saying all of them, a lot of them just play like they're just street ballers, right? They don't know what fundamentals are. They don't know what they just go by feel, They don't have training. They don't play organized basketball with plays and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is my training, the way that I coach, or I don't know how to teach, I guess. I don't want to be your coach. Like you have a coach. I'm just sort of like a mentor or a guide or advisor. Like I just help you get ahead. I'm like a tutor, a basketball tutor, just helping you just kind of think ahead. Like this is what's at the college level for basketball, right? So, and that's the other thing is like, I don't, these techniques and strategies help me. I believe I thought I did pretty well. Like I'm patting myself on the back now. I went through a lot, going to junior college. A lot of just being the only minority, sort of a lot of times. Being very poor, having to work, having to sacrifice a lot just to study and play basketball. Eventually I earned this training. Let's say, I'll just tell you like what got me, where basketball got me. It got me, a full ride scholarship. So that meant that my tuition was covered and and then I had a basketball scholarship. So I played on a team for a school, Holy Names University in Oakland, California, right? So there's that. Not many people, and I had choices. Like I could have gone to Bethany, which I went there. I did like a college visit tour there. I toured, it's a Christian school in sort of the hills between Santa Cruz and San Jose. Like Scotts Valley, I think it's in there. It's a great school. The coach was great. I met the coach, and then I went to Holy Names University. I'll think about why I chose that school, but I chose that school. Like I wanted to go there. So I went there. Anyway, so my point is, you can go far with these strategies and techniques I'm going to teach you. They might seem kind of silly at first, like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but like I've been at the levels that you're talking about, that you would like to play on and that you're going to play on. So I'm just giving you sort of the tips of what you can do. What's in your, let's go back to that. What's in your control? What you can do, you as a player, your mindset in every single game, no matter if you're going to go play, say at the park, or you're going to go play with your guy friends, or go play pickup or something, right? Or you're going to go play for Mililani, the Trojans, or you're going to play for your club team, right? These are things that you could do that are just become your habits, no matter what, like, that are in your control, because you can't control what your teammates do. Unfortunately, you can't control even what your coach does. We can't control what our the opponent does. We just can't control that, and I wish I could have, but I couldn't. So again, that's what I wish I would have done, is just let the game come to me, just calm down, take each moment to moment, play by play, and just do my best in each of those circumstances. And instead of putting pressure on myself, because I was like I was a shooter. Like if I wasn't scoring points, sometimes I would feel bad, right? But sometimes you can go a game without scoring any points, but you can still be a threat. Like all the teams I played against, they all knew I was a shooter, right? Hold on, they all knew I was an offensive threat. So they knew if they left me open for a split second, like 1/100, leave me open for that 1 second, something was going to happen, right? I was going to shoot it. I was going to make a great pass, or I was going to dribble it, take it to the hole, and score, right? So either way, I was going to do something with that ball, right? So I was a threat. It was a threat. So they would guard me. So they double team me. So they would triple team me, right? And that's what they were scouted my team as, right? They scout, hey, number 10 or number 23. I forget what my numbers were in college. make sure you're all up on her, make sure she doesn't get the ball. They'll say that. The coaches will say, make sure she doesn't get the ball. Make sure you're all in her face. Make sure you don't let her shoot any 3-pointers. Don't let her shoot any jumpers. Don't let her drive to the basket, right? Don't let her shoot layups. Don't let her, so like that's what happens when you get on the college level. These coaches are already evaluating you and your team, how you work as a team. And so that's what I'm showing you, these drills. That's why footwork is so important. By the time you get to college level, it's like if your footwork isn't down by that time and you're just left, right, you're gonna get those I'm not talking about you, right? I'm talking about, I've seen it in basketball players, like say the NBA players. By the time they get to the NBA and their footwork's all messed up, they're gonna get called for travels, and they're gonna get called for turnovers and for taking too many steps, because their feet aren't trained. Nobody ever taught them, it's right, left, right. That's it. That's all you get. You don't get one more step. You don't get 3 steps. Even if you want to dunk it, you want that extra step so you can get more power to get up higher and have more power to dunk. You're not allowed. You're allowed 2 steps, right? You have a pivot, and you have 1-2 steps to get to the basket or to do what you're going to do, right? So anyways, what I'm saying is it pays off, especially for us guards that are not, like, I wasn't the tallest, like I'm 5'8", but on the D1, Division I levels or the higher levels of basketball, like the WNBA, or even playing with guys, right? I'm never like the tallest person, and there's guys that are way bigger than me and girls that are way bigger than me. And so we as guards, we can't afford to be making too many mistakes. We have to sort of make up for it in speed as a guard. We have to be in great shape. You have to like outrun these guys, right? And then your tall basketball players that can dunk or that are real good, your post players that are really tall and they're just tall and big and they can shoot, right? They can just get the ball in the key and just turn around, shoot and make it, right? Or they have great post moves. They'll turn around, pump fake it, take one dribble and lay it up. In the key, they're so dangerous, like they just don't miss, right? And they know how to use their body, but their weakness is they can't dribble. So I know it's that. So you can beat a bigger team by putting so much defensive pressure on them, and then get on them as if you're shorter than them, put so much pressure on them, put your hands up, to make you taller. Right, this makes you taller already, right? This makes you at least